Hey guys, it's the Diecast Man here bringing you another review. Today it's on the 1/18 scale Hot Wheels Elite Ferrari 458 Speciale. If you watched my unboxing video, you saw that I got this car because of a contest that I won on eBay, and so I went to my local Ferrari dealer and used the contest money to buy this model. You can get it for a little bit in the 130-ish range, I think, which is actually a fairly good deal for the quality of the model. I made a mistake in my other video and said that it was right around 110, and that was because I originally was going to buy the matte black one, and then I saw that they had the yellow one, so I just kind of assumed that the prices were the same online, but they actually were not. The matte black one is a lot cheaper than the yellow one. But for, like, in terms of looks and everything, I think that the yellow looks a lot better than the matte black. Like I said, the wheels that are supposed to be the gold wheels just don't look very good on the matte black one. So, I would probably recommend going with this one because it adds a nice pop of color to your collection as well. Because this is the only yellow car I have in my collection, and the Speciale just absolutely kills the color yellow. So, yeah, you can get it in the yellow with like the black accenting, the matte black with the gold wheels, and then the red with like the gray and blue and white stripes or whatever, your classy, like original Speciale spec. So yeah, right about $140 for this, and it's pretty good. You guys know Hot Wheels Elite quality. It's definitely up there. So yeah, and hopefully you'll see that throughout the course of the video. So without further ado, let's get started. So the front end of the Speciale is just so aggressive looking. The way that the headlights come down here, and then you have like these little grill pieces in here. I mean, just look at that. That just looks so sick. So right away, first thing you notice is these stripes here that come down. They are very nicely applied. There's no like paint flaws in the stripes. They look very good, nice and straight, with this big sort of hood indentation down here. And you do have real mesh vents back there. I'll give you a better look at that. But those are real mesh vents. So that is very nice. Headlight detail, man, this is really good. So, of course, the LEDs there coming down with your xenon bulb and the directionals. I mean, there's no peg at all. The headlights are really solid in there. So that looks really awesome. And then to the right of the headlights, you have these little fender louvers here. A lot of people in their customization videos paint these black, and I think that looks really good. I don't think I would do it, but I think that, because I would probably mess it up, but I think that it looks really good for those people that do it. So I'm a big fan of that. I like customizing cars, but not something probably this expensive. I would just kind of leave it like it is, because it does already look so good. So in the center here we have the embossed Ferrari logo there. Feels very nice with that 3D texture. And then moving down here, this is also a real mesh grille, I believe. So that looks very good. And then this is where I kind of have one of the issues with the car. So here is like the Ferrari Prancing horse logo, and there's supposed to be like this little beam back here and everything. But the camera is actually picking it up pretty well. But you can see like how messed up the paint is right there. Like it's you know, once you look at it like a lot closer, there you go, you can sort of see that the paint is messed up there. So that's definitely an issue that I have. You don't see it when it's sitting on a shelf, but it is definitely when you go to look at the car more in detail, you do notice that right away. So that's definitely a flaw with the quality there. You just kind of have your headlight washers there, and then some more aerodynamic pieces going on here. Alright, so there's your side profile of the Speciale. Looks very good. I think the stripes just add so much, and even from the side you can see how like angry and aggressive the headlights look. I think that just looks awesome. So windshield wipers here are good. They are two separate plastic pieces here. This one kind of doesn't stay down, it just kind of hangs out up a little bit, which is alright. And then the windshield looks very nice. Kind of has this little thing going on here, I guess, for the mirror or whatever. And speaking of mirrors are very nice. That same yellow painted color. They're not loose at all. They look very good. Alright, so moving to the front of the side of the car, right away you'll notice the really nice wheels. They're not gloss black. They're more of a matte color on those beautiful 5-spoke signature Speciale wheels. And then you will see that the discs do go through the calipers, which is great, and the calipers do say Ferrari on them, which is nice. And then the prancing horse in the center. So yes, the wheels do look very, very nice. I got our Ferrari shields going on here, and then your little directional bulb here for the side. Windows are halfway up. I think that's one of the ways that you can tell if it's a Hot Wheels Elite or not. I think. I'm not positive. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Or let me know if I am right in the comment section, because I don't get those little details right a lot of the times. But speaking of details, the doors here, there's like the little keyhole there. That's a really nice texture. That looks really, really good. And so do the door handles. That just looks really, really nice. And then coming down here, we have our little, I guess you could call them fins here on the side. A lot of people paint those black, kind of like they do with those louvers there. They paint this piece black, which, you know, I think it looks good and all, but I just leave it the way it is. I do want to show you the one on the other side, because I believe that the one on the other side does have some more paint flaws, like that little part on the front that I showed you. But before I show you the other side, let's move on to the back. Back is phenomenal looking. If you go down like super, super low and look at it like at the level that the car is sitting at, it looks very, very nice. So I'm a huge fan of the Speciale. Always have been. And so I'm super glad that I was able to get a model of it. So right here we do have some more paint flaws on the stripes. It's kind of a crease issue where the pieces line up fine, but there's just kind of like the stripes there have kind of worn off or whatever. I'm not really sure what to call it, but it's got, you know, it's got a couple quality like paint issues like throughout the car. That's one of them. I'll point another one out in a couple of minutes, but it's got a couple little issues. But the back though does just look really, really nice. So your taillight detail here is good. It's not three-dimensional. It's just that closed circle there. But you can see kind of the center, the white where the reverse lights would be, and the directionals and the brake lights. That looks very, very good. This is not real mesh. Oh, the camera's going crazy. This is not real mesh right here, unfortunately, but still looks very, very nice. Brake light sitting up on top here. Looks good, feels good. Our embossed Prancing Horse logo, just like always. And the camera's going crazy again. 458 Speciale plate there, that looks very good. And then the massive diffuser piece with your two exhaust pipes. And then these little reflector things going on in here. And then you can see that whole huge diffuser right there with the black plastic and the yellow plastic down there. So that looks very, very nice. It's cool too because I can't remember exactly which car it is, but I'm pretty sure that I have another car where it has real mesh around the engine cover like this, and this car does, so these pieces here are mesh, so that looks very, very nice. So yeah, there's your look at the back view of the Speciale. Looks very, very nice. So over here, there's kind of fitting issues. Before I open everything up, you can just see there how it's got like a little crack in between where this sort of fin piece would go on. So that's just another fitting issue. Let's see if the camera will focus. There we go. So you can just kind of see that does not look very good in person. The camera doesn't show as much of it as it should, but it doesn't look very good in person. And then the gas cap there. Alright, so we're going to zoom out here and we're going to open everything up. So we have the front trunk. There's a lot of different ways you can open the parts on this car, so it's kind of personal preference. The doors, and then the back is a little bit difficult to open. You can open it, you know, from the side or from down here. But the mistake that I keep making is that I want to open it like right here. See if you can see that. I want to open it like right here, but the mesh piece actually goes up with it. So if you open it like that, that's not going to work. So you want to, I don't think you can get your nail in there. So I've just been doing it like that. And that doesn't have anything to do with this part, trust me. These paint sponges here, that doesn't have anything to do with it. It was like that when I got it. So you don't have to, you know, comment 100,000 times that I'm doing it wrong like that, and that's why the paint is doing that. So that was like that before. So I guess we'll just start on the front like we always do. Very detailed black plastic here. It's very, very nice. You know, you got a couple little tanks or bulbs or whatever. And then I'm not really sure what these pieces are here. I guess they might be to tie down luggage. See if you can see that. But they're actually just like some black, sort of like, I don't know what you call them, like ropes or something to kind of hold down the luggage. So I'm not really sure what those are. It's the camera will focus here. What those pieces are, but they do look very good and they stay in place very, very nicely. So, yeah. So lots of detailed black plastic down there. We will move on to the engine now. Engine detail is very, very good, as it continually is on Hot Wheels Elite. You can see all the turbos and everything there. That looks very, very cool. All the carbon fiber bits here of this carbon fiber texture, all the vents for the engine cooling looks very, very good. So very, very nice detail, and you can see kind of the window into the cockpit there. And then these are the pieces of mesh. This one is flimsy. I did not remember that it was actually being flimsy before, but it is now kind of a little bit flimsy. But that's what I mean, that those mesh pieces go up with the engine cover. So be careful with that if you are opening that up. So the interior is awesome. The power steering works very, very well. You have the nice iconic Ferrari wheel. On the door panels here, just lots of carbon fiber, and then the handles looks very, very good. And then the seats here are these nice yellow bucket seats. They have the Ferrari harness printed, the Ferrari logo printed on the harness rather, and then you can see the prancing horse up in the headrest. Everything is colored exactly the way it should. It looks very, very nice. It says 458 Speciale over there on the passenger side. So yeah, you got your like little center console there with your buttons and your air conditioning control. Everything looks very, very, very nice. So especially the seats too. I like the bucket seats with the harness on them. Those look very, very nice. Made out of the same texture as those like little luggage holders in the front trunk. So that looks very, very cool. No suspension, as there isn't on most Hot Wheels Elites. So that's kind of weird. But it looks good because it rides low rather than riding higher and then having the suspension to push it down to give it that extra factor like we see on a lot of Maestos. And then nothing you see underneath just says Hot Wheels and licensed and everything by Mattel. So yeah. So I think that basically covers everything. This is a really great model, nonetheless, even though it does have some paint issues, but it does look very, very nice sitting on the shelf, and it's just got a super aggressive look in person, and they just nailed the design of it. So, yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. I believe I linked to Diecast Models Wholesale in the unboxing video, so I'll probably just carry over that link in this video. But, yeah. So with the 1/18th scale Hot Wheels Elite Ferrari 458 Speciale review, it's the Diecast Man, signing off.